Hello, this is Miriam of Miriam's Crafting Supplies. I'm here today to hopefully do a quick tutorial on how to make a jewelry set. I've got all sorts of supplies here and I am going to do this. So what I am starting with is I have the silver settings. This is the large oval setting and the small oval setting. I've cut out a few pieces that I have left over from the Butterfly Prima 6x6 pack. And what I do when I cut the pieces of paper to set on the bottom of these is I take it and I just kind of smush it so that you can see the impression of the outside of the setting on the paper. And then I use that impression with my Kaisercraft precision scissors to cut around it. And I try to go on the inside of the line, just on the inside of the line, so that it fits nice and snug. And as you can see, this is slightly too short, but that is okay, because once you put the glass top on it, you won't be able to tell. So then I just kind of put it in there, and I see I need to cut a little more off because I haven't quite gotten it close enough to set in there quite exactly. A little bit more off of each side. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing and I'm not going out of frame. And a little more on the top and bottom. So this is why I said hopefully quick, but we'll see how long this takes. But once you get the hang of it, it ends up going fairly quickly. Alright, so now that can set just about right in there. I'll cut a little bit more off the top here. And then, since I am gluing onto metal, what I'm going to do is use the Beacon Gem Tack, because that, as well as the E6000, are the best glues for the non-porous surfaces of the metal. So I've got that. And of course, it is stuck a little bit. So it doesn't take much, just put on a tiny bit of glue. Wow. Guess it's been a little while since I've used this glue. I don't get to craft enough. So, set that in there. And you can see it's not exact, there's some spaces, but again, once the glass goes in there, you won't even really be able to tell that it's not perfect. So then I'm going to use the Aleene's Liquid Fusion Glue. It's a polyurethane, or a urethane, I don't know if it's poly or not, but it is a urethane adhesive, so it is good for any sort of surfaces, porous or non-porous. And it's very, very clear. So I like this one. And I just try to go right around the edge of the glass piece. Ooh. There is the first piece of the set. So with that one, I will use this jump ring and this lobster clasp on the end of this piece of chain that I have taken off the bulk chain that I carry and make it into a necklace. But I am going to let that dry first. I can, however, attach the ends now. I have my round concave pliers that I hold on one side, and I've got my flat pliers that I can use to grip the other side and just pull those apart. And then just pull it right through the end there. And again, grab those flat pliers and put it back. I'll just use to get that right back into shape. I can get it just the right spot. There we go. So now that jump ring is hopefully secure. Nothing is ever perfect. Oop, and I only grabbed one jump ring. So I'll need another jump ring for this, but this end, since each of these links comes apart, I can just undo the last link of the chain. No need for an extra jump ring there. Put the jump ring right on, and getting the jump ring out of the way, move it right back. And just gotta make sure it's all the way together so it doesn't come off. And I like the flat pliers because they can make it so it's nice and flush, and you don't have to worry about it coming off. Can't tell that was ever opened. So once I get another jump ring, that will be a finished necklace, and once it dries. So then on the smaller ones, I will repeat the process of making the impressions and cutting these out. I'm going to go right up to the edge of this one. And we'll do the other side. Oh. It does overlap a bit, so I'm gonna have to like I said, you don't need to go all the way to the edge, so I think what I'm going to do is try to flatten that back out and make my impressions a little farther out. So, leaving a little room on the side there. So I can get, and then I'll make sure this one is lined right up with that center if I can. So now I have them so they meet right in the center, and I can get two cutouts out of that same piece. Good enough to get some out of there. There we go. Perfect. And that's why it gets clogged, because I smush it all over the place and then I don't clean it up properly when I'm done. Okay, so I got those birdies. And those birdies. Yeah, sorry. Don't mind me. Excuse me. Alright, so I'll try to be good and clean the top off. But, of course, there's a little left in there, so put the cap on and hope for the best. So again, I will put a little bit of the urethane glue from Aliens on the edge of this. Last cabochon. These smaller ones are 18 millimeters by 13 millimeters, and these larger ones are 25 millimeters by 18 millimeters. I'm just gonna get the excess off, because the less that's there, the less chance of getting gloopage. So there are the other two pieces, and what I will do on those, after I put my super simple, super easy to do. These are the sterling silver plated earring hooks. So you just lightly pull, make sure you got them going in the right direction. And then there's a little hole on the top of there. So you just run that through and close that back up. Oops, right into the table. And then you have an earring. I'll repeat that again on the other one. Just pull it so it's a hook. Attach your piece so it's facing the right direction. And close it back up again. Oop. Don't smush it too far. Oh. Alright, there we go. So now, once I get that last jump ring on, we will have a beautiful set of earrings and a necklace. You can also get the finished necklaces that I have in the shop and just add the one jump ring if you don't want to attach your own ends.